whose dad is the fucking Falcons.
We are all here to do what Falcons do. Look at that.
I've got to move my trash can to this side of the office. Like my trash can is like all the way over there.
How do you make your payments, by the way? They deducted the credit card for us at the first of the month.
Yeah, same.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. They did one last month, but then they did a bigger one this month. And I was like, because I looked up and I saw it and I was just like, okay. I know how they do it, I guess, but like, I don't know. It should. I mean, we don't even get a warning email. Like it was just like,
no. So I got a new debit card and I forgot to tell them. So I got a phone call a couple months ago, like, "Hey, you want to keep your seats? Because we need a new card number." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do that."
I plan on going to the games.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, let me give you the card number." So they were like, "Okay, we're gonna pull it like every month on I think the 1st or the 2nd. I don't remember what date it is." But I gotta tell the wife, and she doesn't know this yet. But I think I want her to get 2 tickets too.
What are you guys gonna turn this into a double date thing or?
Nah, I just want to sell.
Oh well, it'd probably be good to get in now.
Yeah, I might go talk to her about it like when we get done with the pod.
If we suck like we anticipate, well, let's say that they surprise us. However it goes, you get it, and then next year they got the money, they make the right moves, assuming that Terry knows what he's doing. I think Arthur's a competent enough coach. I really do. I actually think he's competent enough to win games.
You know who my beef is with in that organization?
Yeah, Rich. the one constant of the last almost 2 decades.
Can we talk about something real quick that I thought about making a topic, but I didn't?
Go ahead. We're on the NFL.
How the hell is Stan Kroenke and the Rams signing all these players, cutting all these checks when we know Arthur has the cash? Like Arthur has the cash to pay cash money to not do cap shit because he wrote Julio Jones a $60 million check when he signed that last extension.
And didn't even look at it.
And
he just paid it.
And Thomas Dimitroff gave us that roster that we have with the same salary cap. And not to say that Arthur doesn't have the same cash that Kroenke has, but he has enough cash to make the NFL work in the same way that Kroenke is. And look at our fucking rosters, man. Like, what are we doing?
It's called hiring the wrong football people. And
is it because we went the Patriots route and we had Pioli and Dimitroff and these guys who are fucking penny pitchers?
I think it's because these guys aren't really good at evaluating talent. And that was the point of bringing in TF. And the thing is that, you know, the Saints, for the most part,
no, their front office
they avoided. They were always in cap hell too, and in their cap hell years, they were going 7-9. Where when it was like, man, they just don't have enough. Like even if Drew Brees is throwing for 5,000 yards, they just really don't have enough. For us, Matt Ryan could throw for 4,500 and 25 touchdowns and 10 picks, and like some of those years we went 7-9 a couple, but like some of those years we're finishing 4-12.
It is a bad
to the talent.
It's a bad 4-12 too. Like you're watching the team and you go, this man wouldn't start for the Bengals pre-Burrow.
Two of those wins out of the 4-12 seasons were last-second field goal type. So we're talking about we're staving off first pick type shit with the roster that they presented. I think that Kroenke and them, they put together this plan. They said, all right, yeah, you guys know how to play Madden, right? And they looked at everybody. And they're like, all right, you know how you can turn the cap off? And they're like, that's exactly how we're doing it. We're trading our pick. It didn't matter. Think about it. In Madden, you could have been the best team in the league, and you could have traded your first-round pick that was the 30th pick in the draft, and you could have, like, gotten a good player. They're like, I'll give you my first and my third of this year, but you're going to literally give me the best. You guys are fucking 6-10, and you got a receiver that caught 120 balls for 1,800 yards and 16 touchdowns, you're going to trade him to us, even though we already have a guy that has 100 yards. 100 receptions, 1,700 yards, and 14 touchdowns. You're going to give him to us, and we're going to just make it work. And then if you wanted a quarterback, okay, I guess I'll just give you my quarterback who is an 80, and I'll give you our first-round pick or second-round pick, and you're going to give us your 98 quarterback.
Bro, just think about this. Because people overvalue draft picks all the time. Because most trades aren't Stephon Diggs for just Jefferson.
And then you just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. But if Jalen Ramsey is available for a couple of first rounders, you got to ask yourself, is the guy that I'm going to draft going to be better than Jalen Ramsey? No. He's a Hall of Famer. He's the best in his position. Even if you draft that, he's not going to be that in this time frame.
One thing that I can appreciate about the Falcons, and I think that this is why Arthur held on to DQ, because once he got rid of DQ, he had to get rid of Dimitrov. That's why they got fired at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we cannot be upset about DQ with is that, boy, man, did he know how to actually pick some players. Because even his last gift to the franchise, I don't believe this was TD's pick. I believe it was 100% Quinn. He gave us AJ Terrell.
Yeah, he's
one. AJ Terrell, regardless of what people want to think, regardless, like, even on the low end, from the popular media standpoint, he's a top 10 corner.
Right, he's locked down.
He's top 5.
His numbers are top 5. He's locked down.
Exactly. And so that's like one of the, because that's his rookie year's the year he got fired. Now, let's blame TD for saying, and look, I was all on board with the two. Hell, I got the jersey in my room right now. I like the Todd Gurley signing because I was like, I don't see why we don't kick the tread on this guy. It was only a 1-year deal anyways.
It wasn't a bad signing. We didn't give
it. It wasn't, but he hasn't played in the league since. And that's too much of a theme with a guy like Dimitrov. Too many guys that don't play in the league since after he gets done with them. Like, Vic Beasley didn't play another bro.
I was about to say, a guy who I'm trying to do a sit down with in the next few months, he left us. He played another full season in the NFL, and
I don't think he played in Tennessee.
He went to the Raiders after. He went to the Raiders.
Did he play?
Yes.
I remember him and Tack were like, because Tack got signed like to their practice squad or something.
I saw him on TV watching a Raiders game. He had like a sack and a half that season.
Hold on.
Pull it up.
Look this up. Yeah. All right.
But Vic Beasley is a hometown hero.
He is. Hold on.
And actually a pretty cool guy, for being honest.
1-year deal. Reported, activated September 5, waived. He recorded 3 tackles in 7 games for the Titans. So he did play some games. He played in 7 of them. He had 3 tackles total. And I think they gave him like $8 million.
He got a bag.
Vegas, roster, teams. He played in 2 games. Then, no. Active roster, December 5, 12. And then went straight to the practice squad. He had 1 tackle with the Raiders, and he had 2 tackles. No, he had 1 tackle with the Raiders, and he had 3 tackles with the Titans total.
Yeah, and that I understand.
And you know what's crazy? He had 8 sacks with the Falcons in 2019, his last season of the Falcons. He had 8 sacks, which – it's not
what we're getting.
He could certainly be a rotation guy at the bare minimum. That is a starter even on a bad team. 8 sacks is
what I've heard.
Leading sack guy is all I'm saying.
What I've heard, and it wasn't close to him. It's rumors that he was just low key over it.
I think that he was mentally out of it.
And as somebody who grew up with him, and if I ever get this interview, it'll be something that I talk about is his talent didn't shock me that he made it to the league at all. Because I mean, again, like I played sports against this guy from the age of 7 until 17. Um, but the inconsistency, because there will be some days that you just be like, yo, why is Vic not killing today? You know what I mean? And then when you start hearing his other interests and stuff, you go, oh, well, football made sense because it made sense, but it may not was the passion thing that you need to have the long-term career. So that's the one hard thing about drafting. And we talk about it being an inexact science. It can look so great on film, but you don't know what's going on in that person's head. And you could literally have somebody who wants to go play, make $7 million, and then go live a normal life away from society and just do what they want to do. They just are using football to get this money.
And what was Aaron? Who was Aaron Donald? What because obviously he just signed his deal. Who was he? What podcast was he on? He was on
I Am Athlete, I think.
So he's with Brandon Marshall, right?
Brandon Marshall sucks.
He was
as a media personality.
But he's a former player.
Yeah, no, his platform is great, but he's not good.
And he's had a lot of opportunities. But point being, he's on there and what does he say? What does Aaron Donald say? We're talking about arguably the best defensive player of our generation. Not even necessarily, because some people could say Ray Lewis, but like of the 2010s, he's the best defensive player.
He's one of the best defensive players ever.
His resume is second to none.
Yeah.
But my point is that he's on there. He talks about, football and what does that mean to his life. Now, this is somebody that's accomplished everything because he finally has a Super Bowl. The only thing he doesn't have is a league MVP and a Super Bowl MVP. Aside from that, the nigga's done. He's done everything. And so he brings that up, and then what happens a few days later? Oh, man, you're the first $30 million defensive player ever, which you, I guess, rightfully deserve. You are as valuable as a quarterback, essentially, is what the NFL is telling you. And bro, like guys like that come, they really, I hate that term generational.
Yeah, no.
But truly a generational talent.
So do we give Ye some credit for him getting a bag? Because, I heard a lot of this talk about, and it really pissed me off. I heard Joy Taylor on the Herd talking about she wouldn't want Kanye West and Antonio Brown like running her business, being like representing her. And I go, AB, okay, I get it. That's understandable. Kanye's one of the most successful people to ever walk the face of this earth.
Everything he touches has been turned into great things. Yeah, like
what they said, Pee Wee Kirkland Hall of Fame in 2 games. Kanye West is like in like Hall of Fame in like 5 games now. Because if this down the sports thing keeps going where it's going, he gonna go Hall of Fame in that too.
He'll surpass Rock Nation, just like he surpassed Jay as an artist. I'm just saying they're doing the same thing. Lil Wayne's got Young Money Sports, right?
I think so.
Exactly, we think because I feel like we've heard about it. But we don't know nothing about it.
Well, Jay got Rock Nation does have KD.
Yeah, they had got him, but who? Kanye got Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald now.
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown and Aaron Donald under their management.
Yeah, it's about to go crazy.
A fucking rap. He got arguably the most irreplaceable
champions.
Because here's the thing. Quarterback's not replaceable, but like think about how many great ones there are. They just had Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. You could argue in some degrees, everybody would say those are the 4 best quarterbacks in the NFL, correct?
Yeah.
4 best quarterbacks in the NFL that play golf against each other. The 2 young guns against the 2 old heads. Aaron Donald is in a space of his own. First of all, because he's a defensive tackle and he's doing what he's doing. It's not like he's a DN. He's not a outside linebacker. He's not even a corner. This guy plays in the middle of the field. He's going against guards and centers, typically. And there's just no stopping. It's unbelievable.
Nah, it is. It's insane.